Good morning, Mustangs. Today is Friday, December 2nd, and it is an S7 day. Today's SAT word of the day is proclivity, which means natural tendency. Today for lunch, we have teriyaki chicken with noodles. Today on the show, we have a weekend weather update, a story on Challenge Day, and a sports highlight. Now sit back and relax because NHS Update starts right now. Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome to the show. I'm Alessandra Moran.
And I'm Ron Marshalsea. On Tuesday, 100 students were chosen to participate in Challenge Day, and according to students, you had to be there to understand.
I want you to notice how you're feeling in this moment. Maybe sit back, notice how you're feeling, notice if you're...
When students were told they would be participating in a Challenge Day on November 29th, the experience wasn't what they expected.
I was expecting a bunch of games and laughing and it was so much fun, but you really got to connect with people on a different level than you normally would just walking in the hall.
Going into it, I thought it was just some games you'd play with some people, have a few laughs, and then go home. Leaving the experience, I really realized how much it impacted me. We did a lot of ice-breaking games to get to know the people around you, and some of it was sentimental, but other parts of it was just getting to know the people around you and feeling comfortable in your own skin.
We got to experience more than just personalities, but people's emotional backgrounds, and we got to learn about who people are as a person, not just what they look like.
My favorite part was the line game. So they put a piece of tape on the ground and they would say cross over the line if this statement applies to you, and if the statement applied to you, you would stand across. The people who didn't cross over would stand on the other side and go like this, and this means I love you. And it was just showing your support for everybody, and they're not alone, and it really showed that everyone's in the same situation.
And students who have walked away changed for the better.
I learned that not everyone is what they seem, and people have stories, and you shouldn't just judge them on what they look like.
Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Ashley Hutton.
Thanks, Ashley. Be sure to check out the full story on this month's episode of Mustang Magazine. Attention seniors, the deadline to submit senior portraits, senior bio, and to vote for senior and teacher superlatives for the yearbook is today. Go to www.norwoodyearbooklounge.com to vote. See Miss Up and Camp with any questions. With these deadlines approaching quickly, some students have been taking advantage of friends' photography skills. Mary Erickson and Amanda Rooney report.
Some seniors, like Molly Dittmeyer, are getting their senior portraits taken, and not all of them are using professionals.
Professional photographer was going to take a lot of time to schedule, and I was going to have to find someone who would be available.
And when you're competing with hundreds of other seniors from schools across the area, it can be a challenge just to make an appointment, not to mention expensive. That's when Dittmeyer decided to call on her friend Ian Moulton.
I knew he was going to be available, so I just asked randomly one day, and he was like, sure.
Ian is a student in the NHS photography class. He's been studying the art of photography for 2 years now.
2 years ago, I had the option to take photography in school, and I realized I'd always loved taking pictures. It's learning how to deal with different lighting situations, learning about your own camera, learning all the ins and outs of Photoshop, because that's the main thing that we're doing. We're in that class.
With these skills, Ian says he can provide a service similar to those who charge a lot of money.
There's nothing against professional photographers. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. It just happens that I am a photographer and my friend decided to use me.
Dittmeyer has no regrets using an amateur for her portraits.
You can use the people around you as resources. You don't need to go to a professional in person every single time you're doing something,
For some people, hiring a friend can be tricky, but in this case, Ian says there are benefits.
Well, I think the benefits would be you might be more comfortable with a friend. You're probably more lenient with time. I kind of just set a date with my friends and that's it. There's no professional. It's a lot cheaper. Most of them aren't even paying me.
Dittmeyer has some advice for seniors who haven't had their portrait shot yet.
I would tell them not to waste their money on a professional photographer when there are kids that take a class at the high school, So, if you're friends with someone that takes the class, then I'm sure they'd be more than willing to, help you.
And since most amateur photographers are looking for experience, not money, why not give it a try? Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Mary Erickson.
Thanks, girls. Spirit Club will meet today after school in the dining hall. All are welcome. Now we have the Madrigals in the studio to talk about their winter banquet tonight and some upcoming events. Here's Mary Erickson with the interview.
Good morning, Mustangs. I'm Mary Erickson here with Miss Hartnett and Jess Maldonado to talk about madrigals. So do you have any upcoming events?
Yes, we have several. We have our Friends of St. Nick's. We have a performance at the Day House, and we do our elementary tour, which I'm sure many of you remember from when you were in elementary school. And then we have our final spring concert, which is the Wednesday before Christmas at 7 if y'all want to come.
And what is the Madrigal Banquet?
The Madrigal Banquet is this traditional madrigal Renaissance banquet that we hold every year for the members of Knights of Norwood. And this is just, a fun way to induct new people and to honor the current members.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Good luck. All right, now here's Kiki Ryan with your weekend weather report.
Good morning, Mustangs. I'm Kiki Ryan here with your weekend weather update. Today's high will be 50 degrees and the low is only going to be 34. Tomorrow's going to be partly sunny with some clouds and a high of 47 degrees and a low of 27. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 43 degrees and low of 28 degrees, which will be really nice weather for the Patriots game. Well, that's all I have for this weekend weather update. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Kiki. If you have any overdue books or headphones from the library, bring a non-perishable food item like rice, a can of soup, peanut butter, jam, etc. to take care of the overdue fine. Now let's take a look at this week's answer to Name That Teacher.
Every week we'll show you a picture of a teacher, along with a fact. Treat your guests to @TV NHS.
Students and parents are needed to help plan the 2017 post-prom party. The next meeting is Monday at 7 p.m. in the library. Seniors are especially needed, but all grades are welcome. See Mrs. Kaplan for more information. Now here's Chris Sheehan with your sports update.
Good morning, Mustangs. Lockers have been cleaned out. Anything left in the lockers may be picked up in the locker room. And any items not claimed by Friday morning will be discarded or donated. Recently, the students played the teachers in a volleyball game. Here are some highlights.
We believe that we will win is exactly the answer. So I want to have a good game and hopefully my team will win. I believe my team will win. Believe it and it will happen.
Once the match was underway, the seniors came out spiking.
Look at the scoreboard now. We're already up 1-0. Great turnout. Teachers ain't nothing.
Do I think we're going to beat the students? We're going to try.
With the match still up in the air, the seniors are setting themselves up for a win. And since the teachers have dominated in recent years, this would mean ultimate bragging rights.
And actually, honestly, this is the first time, if ever, we'll ever lose, the faculty will lose the volleyball. Last year was the first time we lost the basketball, but volleyball, really? Really? You can't lose. You can't lose.
But the seniors would prevail in the end.
2 games to win! Seniors won! Hallelujah!
Let's go! Let's go! Yeah!
Thanks, Jess. Today for sports, boys basketball has a scrimmage against Newton South in the gym at 6. Well, that's all I have for today. Now back to the desk.
And that's all we have for today as well. Be sure to check us out at Mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat.
We leave you with the Madrigals in the studio singing Carol of the Bells.
Have a great day, Mustangs.
Sweet silver bells all seem to say, from Castle Lake, Christmas is here, ringing a cheer, too young and old, ding and the ding dong ding dong, that is their song, ding trifle ding dong. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, oh, hear the dead, telling the tales, gaily they ring while people sing song of good cheer. Christmas is here, ding dong ding dong, that is their song, ding trifle ding dong, ding on me send on without end, ding trifle tone to every home. Sweet silver bells all seem to sing from Castle Lake. Christmas is here, ringing good cheer, too young and old, ding and the ding dong ding dong, that is their song, ding trifle ring dong. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, oh, hear the dead, telling the tales, gaily they ring while people sing song of good cheer. Christmas is here, ding dong ding dong, that is their song, ding trifle ring dong, ding on me send on with the ding trifle tone, ding dong.